what's really eye-opening here is you watch your TV, but with this hack, your TV can watch you. Show us how that works.
So one of the things that we were able to do with the Smart TV platform was actually abuse the browser to the extent that we could actually gain access to the camera that's built into the TV.
Right.
And so what we can prove here is that with a little bit of extra code, we can turn the camera on in your browser.
Your TV spying on you.
And while this is
They
evident
spying
to you
on
right here
you.
because we've designed it that way, this is something that we can do invisibly and actually have the camera running behind the web page that you're looking at.
So what this means is I could be sitting here watching TV from my bedroom, and you could be anywhere in the world looking at this image of me watching.
Yep, I could be sitting on a laptop in a cafe in Paris, and as long as I have a network connection, I'd be able to get into your TV and access the camera.
Wow.
The kind of scary things about it is that it doesn't actually give it.
How we doing, guys? Myself, Chris Pretty OBE, hitting you with a quick one. Real Talk Tuesdays, and I just wanted to show that little video because it makes me laugh, because a lot of people are getting worried, like, oh my God, they're watching us through the TV. They're watching us through the TV. How much cameras are around everywhere? They're watching us every single day. The phone that you have in your hand is a camera to allow them to see what you are doing. So these kind of things, don't get too scared. Don't get too confused. This is the new world now. This is the whole age of programming. This is the reasons why computers was invented in the first place. Computers was invented because they started to understand the mind. They started to understand the brain. They started to understand how people work, how they think, what they do, how they dress, what their passions are, what they likes, their dislikes. These are the kind of things. If you look at a computer right now, what is a computer? A computer is the brain. Storage, memory, pixel for your eyes to see and certain things. What's Google? Google's just a big boy memory bank. Ain't that meant to be our brain? How much times are you on Facebook and they say, 8 years ago, look what you done, look at your memories. Ain't that meant to be the same logical thing of this understanding of, I'm going to get to know someone so much that the algorithms allow you to think that you're buying something that you're not. So this is the kind of thing in the sense of, we are like cattle on the market. So Chris has got a number right now in this little virtual world, has got a number, and they go around to marketing companies, they go around to companies and agencies and say, rah, do you know Chris? Chris likes to watch this. Chris likes to go online and search these kind of things. Give us the information, pay us, and we're going to advertise it to Chris. Without Chris wanting it, without Chris asking for it, we're just going to give it to him. How much times have you gone on Google just to research anything? It might even be a TV or whatever. And then you go onto Instagram and Instagram's like, yo, well, you still need that TV. You're like, bro, how did you know that I need a TV? It's the same thing when I was saying 2-3 years ago that money is going to be gone. Money's soon done. Everyone's looking at me like, no, but how can they do that? But money's still got to be circulated and rare. When was the last time you used money? Don't worry, I'll wait. When was the last time you used money? Think about what I'm actually saying. Every time you go into the shop, they're automatically taking out the card reader, trying to get you to beep. Sometimes you're going into shops and they're saying to you, we don't take cash. What? Imagine that. You've got shops now in the 21st century saying that they don't take cash. So that's always letting us know that it ain't about the money, guys. It's about what we are doing, how they can track us. So your phone, your cards, they can let us know. I'll be like, all right, Chris has just got on the bus. Now, Chris has got off the bus and he went into Sainsbury's and bought a sandwich. Now, Chris went and bought a sandwich. After that, he went to a restaurant. He went to a restaurant. I think it was a Thai one. All these kind of information, they just keep stacking up and stacking up, and they start watching your algorithms. Right, every month, Chris goes to that same restaurant. Every single day, Chris goes to that Sainsbury's. Every single day. So we're just going to advertise them things around them areas or around things that we believe that Chris likes and Chris is typing on the internet. These are the kind of things they're already controlling us, guys. So if you want to get to not being controlled and, oh, I don't want them to see my messages, I don't want them to watch me, turn off your TV. Stop buying the new Androids. You know what's there? Remember when we was all getting scared of the 5G, radiation. How much of us has got the new 5G phones? Don't worry, I'll wait. We don't care, guys. We jump on one hype and then we talk about another hype. It doesn't make any sense to me. What we need to start doing is going back to the old school basics, knocking on someone's door, talking to our people, reconnecting in that kind of way if you feel like you don't want certain people to know your business. But if you're going to be talking on the phone, if you're going to be WhatsApping chats and talking about crime and talking about whatever you're talking about socially that you don't want no one to know, then you shouldn't be doing it on these kind of platforms. You should be making sure that we're taking it back to the basics. And first and foremost, just turn off the TV. Turn off the TV now. It's been programming us for a long time, and a lot of us are now being in a place of time where we can't even think for ourselves. We wait for the government, we wait for the TV, we wait for social media, we wait for everything else to be done for us because we're too lazy now to go off and do the basic things like communicate. Imagine that. You can't even communicate properly. How much of us right now will rather message on WhatsApp or rather message on Instagram than actually knock on someone's door and say hello? Oh, that's long, man. I'm going to go and see them. I'd rather just FaceTime them, rare. So as much as we hate all these things, as much as we condone these kind of behaviors, it's crazy. What's you guys' thoughts? Comment below.
By 2050, we can expect to see life on Earth change drastically. If this is true, then what can we expect from the future? Before we start, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, subscribe to Tech Division, and hit the bell icon for notifications. Now, let's get into it. Nanotechnology. Scientists have already made great leaps in the world of nanotechnology, and they remain unrelenting in making more of such progress. Nanotechnology has the potential to change everything, from the way we behave to how we interact with each other. Many people in the industry firmly believe that there'll come a time when nanobots will be fitted in our brains, allowing us to live within a larger, more connected virtual reality within our nervous system. This sounds far-fetched, but many people believe it will be a reality sooner or later. Transportation. By 2050, transportation would have changed immensely. We're already seeing self-driving cars in their early phases of trial and error, so in 3 decades it's safe to say we should have the technology for true self-driving vehicles. According to a Stanford University report, self-driving cars would not only reduce traffic-related deaths and injuries, but also bring about a change in lifestyle. When people don't have to drive anymore, they will have more free time for themselves, and may choose to live in different places as a result. Companies like Tesla are already working to put out cars with such capabilities, and it won't be too long till we see them in full action. Another interesting technology that could change the way we travel is the Hyperloop One. The train has the potential to revolutionize transportation forever. According to co-founder Shervin Pushiva, we've reached historic speeds of 310 kilometers an hour, and we're excited to finally show the world the XP1 going into the Hyperloop One tube. When you hear the sound of the Hyperloop One, you hear the sounds of the future.
Yes!
The Hyperloop could be one of the most revolutionary modes of mass transportation in well over 100 years, and with the help of electromagnetic levitation, the Hyperloop will give people access to a faster, safer, and cheaper source of transportation. For many scientists and world leaders, a major issue that clouds the world today is global warming. If people have any chance of attaining a greener and cleaner future, we need to switch practices by favoring more sustainable sources of energy. If we can manage to do that, we can expect to see a large difference in the future of our planet. Energy. The ocean could provide us with a solution when it comes to renewable energy. The thermal energy hidden away in the ocean is immense and largely untapped at this point. Blue Rise is a company that is working on creating an energy breakthrough, one of the likes that haven't been seen before. If their project pulls through, it will be able to outcompete. Blue Rise is just one of the many ambitious companies trying to break out of the traditional means of energy production and can hopefully provide us with new solutions for the environmental problems that plague the world today. Space exploration. One promise that many people are still waiting on is one of space exploration. Companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin are making strides towards their respective goals of spatial exploration and colonization out of this world. We're not sure which goal will come to fruition first, but we can expect to have the capabilities to make space tourism a reality by 2050. People who can afford it will be able to spend up to a week in orbit. But be wary. According to many experts, spending a week in orbit won't come cheap, and it'll likely stay that way for a long time. Artificial intelligence. AI is already much more advanced than it was 10 years ago, and it will only continue to witness rapid and exponential developments. Experts like M.A.D believe that AI will have surpassed the processing power of all living brains on Earth in the near future. To properly function in that kind of society, it will be necessary to work together with these new systems to make sure that the preservation of important human values is carried forward. The rise of AI and change in culture will make technology an integral part of the workforce in the coming years. Everything will be connected and driven by data. Researchers also believe that the landscape of many industries, as well as the job market, will radically change as a consequence. If we are to go by the current trajectory of things, almost half of the world's current jobs won't even exist in 2050. Many of the physical labor jobs will be given out to the machines and robots, opening up new and safer job opportunities for the people. We can also expect to see people moving away from the traditional work systems, wanting more time to themselves, thus moving comfortably from the 9-to-5 lifestyle. Education. Education is another industry that will see a drastic change in the next 30 years. According to experts, at least 90% of the student population will be pursuing online degrees by 2050. Unless the world devolves into an apocalypse, education will continue to be more globalized, and more solutions will come that allow more people to receive good education efficiently. The world has recently witnessed a huge move to online education, and it seems like more educational institutions have seen some of its benefits. Online education will likely continue to be the way of the future and will help people learn from any corner of the world. According to an article from Commercial Micromanufacturing, robots will most likely take over many of the tasks you would expect your regular educators to handle. These robots will be capable of preparing courses, giving lectures, answering questions, setting and marking assignments, and providing feedback on time. And because robots don't require payment and can work tirelessly around the clock, they will serve as cost-effective solutions for educational institutions. There's no doubt that the world will be quite different by 2050. We will see our existing systems and structures improve drastically, which will, in turn, change the way people function all around the world. The advancement of both AI and space travel will most likely be huge factors that help spark the radical change in the coming years. We can only hope that when that happens, we don't find ourselves in an apocalyptic nightmare instead.